Oh, wow. This is Nigeria. We're still talking about government removing structures under power lines and high tension cables.
So it's not because when you're talking about barricading it with cordoning it and all of that, it was strange to me, because usually they are supposed to give access to other parts of town. Usually when they run across, like the one in my village, they run straight down. We all describe. So government can create a road right underneath. That allows it to be free. Develop it, don't abandon it. So we see that's why I wanted to respond to Tokwe. The one in my village suffers from the flood. The hill part, everything just converges at it and washes the sand underneath it. You can easily see all the pavement that it was built on. So imagine, that it was somebody's house that was being washed off like that, or that eventually it washes off till it falls, because these things were constructed back in the days.
Yeah, way back. Yeah,
they're as old as time. It used to be farmlands for my grandfather, and my grandfather-in-law at the time. That whole area now is fully residential, because they are passed and they've given their children who have also sold. You now see the power line right in the middle of the place that is supposed to be road, and the houses
on the two other sides.
So I do not think that it should be barbed wired. People on this side need to cross over to this side. It will create a lot of hardship to just cordon it off like that, or barricade it. Create access roads right underneath it. BRF did it on the Badagry Road. You will see some power line, there are curves around it, managing, creating a modern city around it. And I think that's what we should do.
We have a caller, Hassan from Lekki. Hassan, are you there?
Everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I see no reason why people should continue to build under high tension. Since time immemorial, we knew it is illegal and risky for anybody to build under power line. We knew. But some people are still doing it. More especially in Lagos here. And Amaka, I concur with you. That look, why allowing this thing to take place and now demolish later? That is the handwork of corruption. Because if we don't kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. Because some people in government circle are not doing their job. In every cluster you see in Lagos, they have officials by state government assigned to those clusters. And maybe by corrupt practices or by whatsoever, by lack of taking their job serious, they allow this kind of a thing to happen. Look at Bainatufe in Surulere. Even a hotel was built there for donkey years. Shops were constructed under power line. A whole state government will go there and do the necessary. Tope, please, power line fails. If you don't have the information, I'm telling you today, stop sitting over there. You sit at your seat, it's very, very sensitive. Very soon, people will begin to quote you in person. That Tope said, power line don't fall. Power line fails. And it consumed a lot of people. The catastrophe is much more imagined than experienced. It happened many years ago in Kuala Paraguay, Kaduna Zaria Expressway, claimed almost the whole village.
Wow.
It fails. It's dangerous to construct under it. And people that are buying their land, you see, people try to convince people, Omonile convincing you to take your money. Estate people try to convince people to take their money. People are not doing their checks in Lagos here. People are buying farmland as an estate in Lagos here. Lagos is a place where you have many educated, literate people falling into the traps of 419ers under land acquisition and buying homes. Good morning.
Good morning, Hassan.
So when I was starting the conversation, I said I was going to be a devil's advocate. Yeah. And if we listened, you would understand that it was an opinion given so that we have a rich conversation.
Yeah.
Because like it or not, when we assume everybody sees things from this point of view, you have viewers that totally, from the bottom of their heart, believe what I just said. And if they are not heard or countered, they would believe everybody here, they don't know our own point of view. So we hear them, and when Nima gave conversation, I said good argument. So at the end of the show, we hear different points of view, and we land on what is best for us as a people. But we hear those different points of view, and it is important we hear them. So there are people that would argue those conversations right now. But back to what we're saying. The part that I strongly feel that is extremely important we dwell on. We cannot continue to create an industry around demolitions. Oh, somebody has built on canal, we now go and demolish. Somebody has, this over the past, I attended the Jakonde, former governor of Lagos State, Lateef Jakonde's seventh
before you finish lecture. That story, but let's take a Fatoki from Oshogbo, and I'll come back to you. Fatoki, are you there?
Yes, Fatoki from Oshogbo.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
You see, the issue of constructing under power line has been a very big problem in Nigeria. In Ojo, I used to work at the Trade Complex in 1983 or so, 83, 84. All the buildings on that power line, on that road, were demolished. Yes. I was surprised 10 years after. They were all built up.
Wow.
You see, Nigerians they just like impunity. They just like to do it. I believe most Nigerians don't make money rightly. That is why they prefer to waste such money.
Ew.
How can you build on that power line? How can you? When you are passing through on the power line, you will be hearing noise, vibration, electrical noise. And people will be living there, staying there 24/7. People will have shops there. You see, the best thing for government to do is always to keep demolishing the houses. There is nothing you can do to Nigerians because they feel there will be no problem because of impunity. Because of impunity. In Ibadan, before Adamashiga Stadium was built, it used to be a race course. That place, I was surprised when I saw a building on the horse race, on the horse course. I was surprised. When the one now came to demolish it, he has to fire the person who gave temporary approval for the person to build a house there. How can you build on a race course that have been there since colonial times? And people have been racing there. You see, Nigeria lies impunity, and there is nothing you can do to them other than to keep punishing them by demolishing their houses when they do the wrong thing. Thank you very much.
I would have loved to ask him a question. I would have loved to ask him a question. When government also does the wrong thing by neglecting what they're supposed to do from the beginning, what punishes government for that?
There are two things to play.
So finish up your stuff.
Yes, there are two things. One, we cannot continue with demolition. Two, we need to prevent the building.
In the first place.
The demolition is expensive. It is ridiculously expensive to demolish. So the annual lecture by Lateef Jakonde, a man in 4 years built 30,000 homes. We seem to be on a record to set the number of homes we are going to demolish. So for me, if we have a problem, let us start being you cannot remove the ministry from the problem
at all.
Our problem lies with the inefficiency of our ministries.
Yes, that's true.
And we cannot, what goes on within those ministries, even down to local government, they are all ministries. What goes on there is impunity. People get away with it. Civil servants will tell you continue building. You will get there, they put X. X is removed. Building continues. As long as people don't get fired en masse. Mass firing of people who are permitting the wrong things to happen.
We'll still have this
it will have it happen. So from local government to all of that, until that happens.
But you know the cost of demolition is usually on the violator. This sentimental argument.
How many of them they pay?
That's why. That's exactly what.
They don't pay.
It's usually because of these sentimental arguments that government turns their eye. But I remember when nobody wanted to demolish the one Lekki guy building that collapsed.
Oh, okay, Lekki Homes.
Yes, he insisted on the proper procedure to be done. That the cost of demolition, because I have a client's property on a scheme, housing scheme by Lagos State. Somebody come and cause incursion power housing scheme. An housing scheme measurement is a certain millimeter. And somebody now came and said, it's big.
That one is only applicable if the governor sends you.
You trespass on the right, and another person trespasses on the left, saying the full measurement is on this side. The remaining part that government left for like a landmark, a garden, and beautification, he went to build a story building on it. I wrote to the government. I'm waiting.
The one you were talking about is the Lekki Gardens.
I have kept my documents so that in the future somebody come and do anyhow. We remember my government, we wrote to them.
Let me come to Prophet Kehinde, then Amaka would give her final thoughts so that we'll move on. Prophet Kehinde, are you there? Good morning.
I'm there.
Good morning,
good morning, GC.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is a very, very important topic that even at least the topic should be coming at least maybe once in 2 weeks or once in a month.
Okay, sir.
Why did I say so? You see, Tope, what I want to tell you earlier is what Mr. Hassan has told you. See, I've witnessed where high tension fall on somebody. It happened to 3 people. One person died instantly. Hello?
We can hear you.
One person died instantly. For the past a month, we couldn't get light in Ajegule. It happened right in my street. In my street, when the high tension fall, the wire fell on somebody. 3 weeks, the smell is still around on the corner of our area. Yoruba say, when you saw such a thing happen, nobody will encourage you to go and buy land on the high tension,
such an area.
Under the high tension. You see, Nigerians, we are so difficult people to govern. Lagos State especially.
Okay.
We have a lot of bunch of illiterate and illiterate educated, as Mr. Hassan said. We should not encourage whether in the ministry of town planning in any way, we should not encourage anybody to buy land under the high tension. Under the high tension is very, very dangerous.
I agree.
That is my contribution.
Thank you, Prophet Kehinde. Amaka.
Okay, so like what Nima said, so the reason why the government insisted on Lekki Gardens people paying for that is because they know that they have money. And because if now the only thing if you shake me like this and I don't get, and now that building where I built for that under your tension wire, now I get, and I look for where next to go and lay my head. Which money do you want to shake out of me? That's one. But then, we need to, at the end of the day, look at this thing that you can blame the people all you want. But the government has a huge role to play
from the beginning.
Especially like the local government. I've never seen where local government chairman and in people, they put canopy to come and sensitize the people that, because these high tension wires, they are not
in the federal.
They are not in the federal. They are not in heaven. They are not in the sky.
They are within local government.
They are within local government. And these are part of the jobs of the local government to say, to sensitize their people to say this, so that even if Omonile comes to come and sell to you, at least your neighbor Mama Chika can come and say, oh God, this is the way they build. They tell us in a high tension wire. Then the Mama Chika can now go to local government to go and report and say, "Una not see what they build because it doesn't matter, but because they've been sensitized and they understand
the implications
and the impact of what
I agree. I agree. So we have to wrap up this topic. We've heard everything. I think government needs to do a lot more than just waiting till the structures are up for many years and then coming That's when they say government has woken up. Please, let the local governments, the state governments, the people who are supposed to pay attention, the ministries in charge should keep monitoring. And, you know, as the structures are starting, from the beginning, you are cancelling that structure. You are removing the blocks. You are not allowed to build here. And every other person who has been negligent, especially in those ministries, should get a form of sanction. Yes, those ones who have been passing there, they say come and do.
They are complying with the number of notices they should give. They go mark you first, mark you second, they continue to do.
At the end of the day, you hear that they've marked
those ones on road. They were allowing temporary structure, Paco and all of those things, because those wood sellers and sawmill, they were allowing them. Now you go see house.
They just go there and build. We as Nigerians also need to do better for ourselves. Thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions. That's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we'll move on to another topic. Stay with us.